Thank you for clicking, and welcome to my social pathology video, by which you understand underlying mechanics of the social problems, and also by which you can reconfirm your life direction to attain true happiness on this planet Earth. This time, I would like to review a book written by Mr. Ralph Smart, Feel Alive. My name is Dr. Samurai, a professor specialized in international social pathology, and also an active prison counselor of 20 years experience, and also only one time Nobel Peace Prize official honorable guest. As usual, I will provide you with brief general information and then like to move on to our main discussions. Okay, let's start. So, this is the book I purchased. Very, gentle book cover. Says Ralph Smart. It is saying from relationships, mind control, and food to have fun and so on. I liked this book. The reason I thought I would do this book review is that when I was web searching, I happened to come across Mr. Ralph's Infinite Waters, his YouTube video, and I casually clicked it and was kind of drawn into his video. The reason is his words periodically touches the heart of mine, so to speak. I mean, to borrow his words kept resonating with my heart up until the end of the video. And at the end of the video, he was promoting his book, so I just felt like buying it to see what's written in the book. The title is Feel Alive, and two hands are pushing. There's so many other spirits on the big leaf from within the water. Contents are in total 13 plus 4 bonus chapters, so 17 chapters. I especially liked how to clear your minds, how to raise your frequency, how to deal with the universal mind control, the wonders of whole foods, and the new paradigm. There are other chapters, but those kind of clicked with me. I briefly introduce what's written in my own words, okay? Of course, in the context of agreeing with him on what he wrote in this book positively. He talks about, without knowing it, we are framed into artificial human civilization and culture, which is foreign and alien to us, natural beings. He is trying to go deeper than that civilization level, down to deep nature each of us have inside of ourselves. So, although depending on where we are born, we registered as part of the local religion, but he says deeper than the religion, we have universe. And to reach deeper universe in ourselves is what liberates us. He's calling it the new paradigm, new world, metamorphosis, and so on. What I like about what he wrote was, there's enough to go around on the planet. Things like this overlaps what I have been pointing out too, in my university classes. He says now we are at the crossroads. I'm not going to say everything because I do not like to be in the way of his promoting. And he says being happy is very important. You go deeper, there's no skin color, there's no religion, there's no philosophy. Those external things are superficial. Deeper down, there's something real existing in ourselves. And he keeps saying heaven is a state of mind while we are alive on this planet for a very short time. I like it very much. All those religious wars, he implies, my God is better than yours, is kind of doesn't make any sense. Religion is man-made without you knowing it, controlling your mind. There's something deeper than that. What I liked especially was his talk about organic foods. Eating whole foods have transformed his life in unimaginable ways. I have been thinking that we are what we eat. Like when you drive cars, you put good gasoline and you put, diluted, thin gasoline. You can tell when you are driving your car, right? The same thing. We are what we eat, And this part, I would like to read a bit, okay? There is a pattern in nature. What we do to animals, we do unto ourselves. More so, the planet. We cannot kill in violence and expect peace on earth. Peace only comes by living in harmony with the universe. Animals are here on their own purpose. We are supposed to be interconnected with other spirits and the universe. Other spirits, I take, he means spirits of animal beings too, and trees, and rivers, and all those things. These are what I've been trying to say, of course, in my own words, because I normally explain things in physics and dynamics, what is the best state, physically and dynamically. But his is understandable to everybody because he explains everything by how we feel as human beings, how we genuinely feel inside of ourselves, which is supposed to resonate with what the others are feeling, His way of explaining things is very clever and smart and deep. What I thought was interesting was regarding the job. He said, I think you do what you do to make a living, right? But gradually shift to what you really like to do. And in his philosophy, what we give out always come back to us. So, not a job, but more like what we like to do as our occupation. Shift to that direction and make a living that way. That's exactly what he is doing right now by, giving out YouTube videos every day, right? Once we hit our deep spirit, we are in the fabric of the universe, and we transcend time and geography. And he says expression of ourselves is very important. Because like I said, give out and come back. Action and reaction, right? So without expressing yourself, nothing is coming back. I was kind of persuaded on that. Stuff like that. I do not like to talk about everything that is written in here. But in my understanding, what he is saying is nowadays most of us are unhappy deep inside in this civilized, capitalistic, and materialized world. He sensed that. And to get out of that discomfort, he is saying diving deep into yourself to reach the deep nature inside of yourself. I think he is implying by keep trusting how you feel, you can go down to that very bottom that is interconnected with all the other spirits and the universe, universal texture. To do that, first we have to start out with changing what we eat, because we eat natural, organic, fresh vegetables and fruits that we were designed to eat naturally. We can function normally by nature. And that is going to promote us to reach down to our deep, true spirit. And that is the only way to liberate us. Not to stop here by the value formed and forced by others. But forget about this external force. But you just focus yourself and focus your genuine feelings to dive deeply into yourself. Trust in what you feel, whether you feel comfortable, good, or bad. And keep following that what you feel good and you reach this level. Although it might not be easy to reach where Mr. Ralph Smart has already reached, and the videos I watched, he said something happened in 2011 or so, which I do not know, and I do not personally know Mr. Ralph and his backgrounds, but his words keep touching my heart by every interval. Without experiencing it, I don't think he can say things like that. So I think he truly means what he says and what he writes here. And I think this is a very good book. This Feel Alive. Something like I may think about using part of my textbook to my students as an introductory book to search for what they really are, which I think today's kids needs most of, surrounded by all those ITs and political arguments and racial conflicts and things like that, it's very easy to get lost within this social context. But by reading this, I think they at least have some kind of access that they can trust, which leads them to something positive. That's what I felt. Please check this out. This Feel Alive by Mr. Ralph Smart. Being free is your birthright, it says up here. Please check it out by yourself, and I positively recommend this to all of you. That's pretty much it this time. If you like this kind of discussions, please click that red doctor summary logos and check out my best video playlist. Up until next time, please search for your own truth by living each day as something precious. Wherever you are on this same planet Earth, my friend. Bye-bye now.